Yo, what is going on, Phillies fans? It is me, Philliessuperfan, and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a bit of a random video. I had a Q&A planned, but then it never got filmed, so I'm just going to answer you guys' questions today, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about baseball since preseason's upon us and it's already underway. I'm very excited, and the games are coming up very close. That means even the start of the regular season's coming up close, and it's just a lot of big news, and it's a very big next few months of Phillies, and I feel like I'm going to put out more content as the games progress and as the season progresses, but as of right now, it's still technically kind of the off season because the spring training games, haven't really started yet. So, first off, let's answer you guys' questions. You guys DM'd me or commented on a post that I posted about how I was going to do a Q&A, and if you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure you follow that. I want to get 100 followers by 2021. And so I'm going to answer you guys' questions. First question comes in from Kevin Sturdy. I did two podcasts with him. One was podcast number 4. Make sure you go watch that. And the first ever Phillies podcast was with him. And I feel like he knows the Phillies a lot, so that's why I'm going to answer his question first. And he asked, predict the Phillies regular season record and how will you prepare for the Phillies season? I am going to predict that the Phillies will get somewhere between 3rd and 1st place. Hopefully that they get a playoff spot, but I'm skeptical just because Joe Girardi's a new manager for the Phils, and you never know with a new manager, but I feel like the Phillies have a lot of talent, and the Phillies have enough talent to compete for a 1st or 2nd place spot in a wild card. So hopefully they can win, and I think that we need spring training to really figure out how the season's gonna go. So I'm gonna wait till the spring training games start, and then I'll make my final prediction. And then I'm gonna make a video. So make sure you have your post notifications on or tap the bell because you'll be notified when I post that video. So moving on, we have another question from Kevin. And he asked me, am I going to any Phillies games this year? And of course, I always hope to make as much as Phillies games as I can. I know that since Phillies games are more often, it kind of conflicts with people's schedules, so I wish I could make every home game, but I can't, and I can't even make most of the home games just because of my schedule. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to make content for you guys and post on my Instagram more when the season is upon us. I feel like last season, I wasn't really on top of Philliessuperfan, and I didn't realize how easy it was to just put content daily out. And it's becoming a schedule for me to just start posting on this. And we've hit like 10 posts or something in the last 2 weeks, which is crazy. And I'm also posting now on my YouTube, which I feel like this is the most I've posted in a while, so you guys are getting treated very nicely with Phillies content. Our next question comes in from RJ Dreyer. He asked me, who do you think will be the most productive player this season for the Phillies? That is a very good question. I feel like the most productive player could either be Bryce Harper, JT, or Scott Kingery. I feel like JT and Bryce Harper are the obvious answers, but Scott Kingery, I feel like, could be the Phillies' most productive player since he can play pretty much anywhere, and he's got that new role since Cesar Hernandez and Michael Franco left. I feel like being that he has the new role, he could be the Phillies' most productive player, and I feel like he is going to be the Phillies' most productive player. But I feel like the Phillies' most productive player will probably be JT or Bryce, but but their standards are very high. Scott Kingery's standards are pretty high, but they're not as high. But I feel like he'll exceed those standards and become the most productive player in my eyes. Moving on to the YouTube comments. First off, this comment is from Will Vasaluso, and he asked me, what are your thoughts on Rhys Hoskins for next season? And a player that performed really well last season, and he was really well, and he was one of the Phillies' best players, even though he had a big slump at the end of the season. I feel like he can improve from that and become one of the Phillies' better players. So that's it for, I guess, that question. And next question is from Ryan Horner, and he asked me, what do you think about the Mookie Betts trade and the Phillies blockbuster move? Should the Phillies make a blockbuster move for Chris Bryant? And I have mixed feelings about the Mookie Betts trade, but since I made the last video about a week ago, the Chris Bryant news is just they're not going to sign him, which is sad, but oh well, that's baseball for you. And I mean, oh well. I would love to see Chris Bryant come to the Phils maybe next season, but oh well. I mean, what you can do is it's just baseball, and I feel like the Phillies already have a very talented lineup and a very talented squad, so that's why, like I said in my first question that I answered, that the Phillies could compete for first place. So I answered all you guys' questions, and so now I want to move on to just how spring training is upon us, and I'm just so excited for the Phillies season to begin, and I just can't wait to see the Phillies in action. I want to see how their new players perform and how old players perform, and it's just always exciting to see finally that baseball's upon us. Like, the football season is trash. Football season's done. It's baseball's time, and I'm just so excited for that. So that's all I have for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell for post notifications to be notified when I make a new video. I'm planning on making a video sometime this week or weekend, and I want you guys to comment down below whether it should be a live stream podcast, baseball talk, or another Q&A. This is Philly Superfan signing off. Peace.